Hey trainers, I've been meaning to do a Shiftry solo here for a while, and we had rainy weather yesterday, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it and show you guys how to pick out your solos and what you need before you can do them. You'll see that the top 4 counters for Shiftry and rainy weather will be Pincer, Yanmega, Scissor, and Scyther. And since Leaf Tornado got added into the game, the death count's actually going to be really low. You can see it at the middle left of each of the counter graphics, and you'll see each of them are about 2 or 3, which means having more than 4 is not really going to be a big deal because you won't actually lose that many. Now at the bottom right of each of these infographics you can see time to win, and whenever you're soloing something, if it's a tier 1 through 4, you want that to be less than 180, and if some of them are a little bit higher than 180, it can still be done, but you're going to need the majority of them to be under 180. There on Pokebattler, all the counters were at default maxed out, but you don't actually have to have your counters maxed out for solos. You usually just have to hit the maximum breakpoint. Here for Pincer, you can see he hits it at 39, so you're going to need to almost max those out. Yanmega here hits his at 34.5, so anything past that's just going to increase your bulkiness and the amount of damage you do with your charge move, which with Bug Buzz is actually quite a lot, but it's not essential to max him out. Scissor here hits his at 37.5, so you're going to need to get him pretty close to max as well. And Scyther doesn't hit his until 33.5, which is actually really low, but Scyther's not going to be doing very much of the damage, if at all, so you're not really going to have to worry about that for this particular solo. So after picking my counters, I went ahead and found one with the Leaf Tornado that was the easiest move set. Here you'll see I'm starting with an empty party so that I can maximize the amount of time I have in there, because you're able to, without network problems, usually get to almost 180 seconds on tier 1 through 4. It didn't work out this time, but I was still going to be fine, so I didn't bother trying to re-enter. Now I flipped it to yellow at 97 seconds. You always want to get to yellow in about half the time. Between 1 and 4 tier raids, the half time is always going to be 90 seconds, so if you can get to yellow before 90, you know you're going to basically have the rest on lock. To that same effect, when you get to red, you really want to have at least 45 seconds in tier 1 through 4, which you'll see I get to pretty handily here. You'll also probably notice that I'm not doing any dodging. In most solo raids, you're not going to want to do any dodging unless it's to keep you from feigning out. Every time you dodge, you lose about half a second where you could be fighting. So if you reference back to those times I had earlier, every time you dodge, you have to add half a second. So with some of those Pokemon I was using, you'd only have a couple seconds leeway anyway, so if you dodge more than a couple times, you're actually going to run out the clock and not be able to beat the raid. And with that, I beat the raid, and I didn't even have to get to that Scyther, even though I maxed him out, so RIP Stardust. Anyway, I hope that was informative for you guys. If you want me to do any kind of tutorials on any other specific raid bosses, let me know. And if you guys want some more general information on how to find out stuff about raids, I plan on making some more videos on that stuff too. So thanks again for watching,